Welcome to my toy corner. I'm going to take a look at Sarah Connor from NECA Figures Terminator 2 Judgment Day series. I know this figure's been out for a while. It's actually been on my shelf for a long time. Today, I finally found and was able to pick up the T800, so I figured this weekend would be a good time to open it up and share it with anybody who hasn't seen this figure yet, because I do still see them hitting the stores, the T800s and a couple different versions. Even the Dark Fate figures are still out there, still getting shipped. So see the front here, the movie scene shot, her gearing up and arming up, ready to take on Skynet. Inside, you got a great product shot. I wish I could do that kind of photography. There's a great figure shot here on the cover, and then of course the window shows us everything. We got the figure, two variable heads, lots of accessories here. We got the rifle, the shotgun. Um, let's open her up and take a look. So on the back there, you had the product shots, a couple good, great shots of the figure actually in action with some good backgrounds, and a little synopsis of the movie itself. So getting a closer look here, you got some great detail on the accessories. I think that's one of the greatest things about the neck is they've just got some fantastic accessories and obviously the great detail. Maybe not the most posable figures that are out there, but recreating a scene isn't too hard. And of course, you've got all those great, again, detailed features to get some good shots or to make a great display out of it. So got the two different heads there. Got the bangs, my personal favorite. Got the butt kicker hat with the glasses, and then the long hair down. So taking a quick look at the detail on the rifle, it is very good mold, great material, very thick, not flimsy at all like some of the other ones I've seen. Did a good job on that. There's those two heads. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the shotgun. So this is one of the things that I did have a bit of a trouble with. So there's holes for a couple of pegs on the other side of the shotgun saddle to go in there, and their intentions were good. I think what the idea was here is that they were trying to make it so that it would fold up, flip up on top of the shotgun, and kind of stay in place with another little peg, a little holder peg that's underneath that hole, where the two pieces connect. However, what ends up happening is every time if you try to get it from one to the other, because the pegs on the gun itself aren't big enough, if you try to flip it up, it actually just it pops right off every single time. So, like I said, I think the idea was for it to stay in place once it gets in there, but you can't flip it up. You basically have to pull it completely apart, move it up to the top, so you can have it it'll stay when it's extended, or it'll stay when it's folded over, but you can't just flip it up, which would have been super cool. But there's no lack of detail on the shotgun itself, so I'm not no complaints from me. It's still a great accessory. It's a great piece, and it fits really well in her hand, which is another thing I was kind of worried about, because especially with the limited movement of some of the NECA figures, arms specifically, shoulders, and elbows and wrists, the accessories, I was worried about her not being able to do the two-handed hold, but you'll see in the photo shoot that I have later that it excelled, so it did a great job. And then there's the pistol. So good shot on that. All right, let's move on and let's take a look at Sarah. Sarah herself has, I really like that the tactical vest is loose. It looks like a separate piece, almost like it could come off, but it's not. But it gives it a very lifelike look and a very detailed look, being loose and apart from the figure base. The head swivel's great on this one, actually. I know some of the other NECAs that I have, they had some issues with the head movement, not very, they're very limited. Her head goes up, down, swivels around. Shoulder is actually really good on this one. Like I said, I was able to get that shotgun hold. I would say the elbow though is an issue. So the elbow does not quite hit 90 degrees, but it's pretty close. But if you twist it, so it twists on the one, but you see that flap on the upper part of the arm, it will prohibit you from bending it at all, if that's twisted. And then the wrist, as you can see, it's just spinning. It's on a single peg. There's no rotation on the wrist at all. So that's, like I said, I was able to get the poses that I wanted for the shoot, and I'm sure you would for a display. but I was a little bit disappointed with the wrist movement there. But the legs made up for it because that the legs were impressive. Uh, Good spread on the legs, the upper legs, the knee joint, very flexible, lots of posability. A little curious on the boot cut though. There, it's this looks like one solid mold on the boot, but it's cut at the ankle. So when you twist the foot one way or the other, it does kind of look a little weird. And I was actually playing with the figure for a while before I realized that the knife actually came out. I should have thought of it first, but it was you know it wasn't in the accessory separate. It was just it was mounted in the sheath. So, and it does go in your hand very well for a good pose. So you can and if like I said, it fits in the sheath really snug. So you can take that out and then you know scratch your no fade in the picnic table or whatever you want to do for the scene. Uh, So going back to the heads, of course they interchange. I did the photo shoot with my favorite because you know, I'm a bang guy, so I like the bangs. But I'm going to show you what she looks like with the long hair. Head pops off and goes back on pretty easily. It's got the single small peg in there, so and again that allowed for a lot of movement, so that was nice too. Great detail on the face, good looking eyes, a little shimmer on the eyeball itself. That belt, excuse me, does move across the waist if you need to get it out of your way for a pose or anything like that. And then if you want to see how she scales up against the T800 there, that's one of the Terminator Genesis figures that I've got her standing up next to there. So a little along the 7-inch line. And there she is kicking some T800 butt. And I've got the rest of the photo shoot here, so hopefully you enjoy that. There's another shot of that scale. Again, just a great detail. Even got that, I always notice that big vein on her bicep when in a couple different scenes that popped out in the movie, and they even captured that here, and then the muscle tone on her wrist. So did a great job on this figure. Thanks for watching.